Evelina here from Aspect, here to show you kind of the basic capabilities and features of Aspect. Just as a reminder, Aspect is your interview co-pilot and note taker for all your candidate calls that sits on top of your video conferencing tool. So I already showed you an onboarding video, kind of the first steps and just getting started and getting access to the platform. But right now I'd like to share with you kind of how it works once you've had your calls. You have your My Interviews tabs where you can access all your interviews. Now this is a demo account, so it's not as alive as it could be or should look like. You also have your All Interviews tabs where you have all the interviews that you should have access to. So let's go into this product manager mock interview. Here, Aspect has, this is a 40-minute call. As you can see down here, you can play back and listen to it if you'd like. And you also have a transcript. Now, the transcript is the least interesting part of Aspect, and the magic comes from the AI working off the transcript. But I still want to mention, you have a transcript there. I wouldn't spend too much time on it. There's a lot of filler words, and you might even notice some punctuations or filler words that are maybe in the wrong place. But the transcript is just something that the AI element is working off. So let's start with summary. And the summary part here is where we summarize the call. These are pre-populated topics, and these can be customized. So the pre-populated topics are summary of the candidate, their experience, their motivation, their tech stack, their salary and admin expectations, next steps, location and education has been added here as well. Again, if you click here, you can add those AI summary topics as you like or what's relevant for you, and have that regenerated. This is automatically pushed to Lever if you have that integration activated. If not, you can always go down and copy paste. You can also add your own text. To the summary as well. In addition to the summary, we have a tab called Q&A, which is questions and answers covered in the interview. And this is all done post-interview, meaning you don't need to add the questions you're going to ask beforehand. The AI element of Aspect will identify when a question is asked and the answer to that question. So if you click on the question, you will have the answer in text, but you're also able to play it back. Also, in addition to this, we tag the topics of each question just for you to kind of speed up things and find what you're looking for fast as possible. You see, again, this 40-minute interview, there's a lot of questions, so those tags can help you save some time. You also see here to the right a highlights playlist where you either in the transcript can mark certain highlights, or you can take a full questions, like here you have a question, you can add it as a highlight, and that question will be added to the playlist here. It could be things that are relevant for you to go back to, or things you want to share with the hiring managers, or with someone who's peer interviewing, whatever that might be. It could be example of a great pitch, or just a highlight you'd like to share. Lastly, I want to mention the recommendations tab. Recommendations tab here is where we give you some feedback as an interviewer. Now, bear with me, this interview has a lot of feedback to the interviewer, but these are examples of things that you can do better. So probing deeper, giving some examples of questions that could be probe deeper, or asking even better questions, and then there's some examples of those questions. Pacing yourself, how you're leading the interview, whatever feedback might be relevant, you can find under the recommendations tab. In addition to this, you also have a coaching library. I'm going to go to the coaching speak about the coaching library in a second, but recommendations is something I really recommend you to take a look at post interviews to see if there's some feedback that you can leverage.